Namaste, beautiful beings. This is Glenda Pearl, and welcome to this weekly guidance session. I guess it's really kind of looking at where we are in the world, seeing the lay of the land, and then moving from that place of bewilderment and confusion, as well as hoping all of the guidance that comes in will help us navigate the confusion that we feel inside and the confusion we may feel outside in the world as we view it and what it is showing us, I guess, a reflection of ourselves in some strange cosmic joke kind of way. So let us look at what's going on. This week we had Uranus was very close to the Earth at one point. On Tuesday, I noticed myself speaking almost like backwards. It was very interesting what was going on just in my own self. And when I remembered, I had the reminder come up on my phone. There was the reminder that Uranus was close to the Earth. And I was like, that's so strange that I am having a hard time to articulate my words in forward sentences, if that makes sense. And then a couple of strange, unexpected things happened that day. And I gave myself this thing saying it's okay if strange things happen. This is Uranus. This is what happens when the Great Awakening moves through and brings energy. And then also this week we had, what's going on? We have the full moon in Taurus. So this is a blue moon too, so second moon in a month. And then this energy of Taurus, this Venusian type of energy, the slower type of energy too, but has been activated by Aries planets. So Aries and Mars and Chiron and all of that are having like little angles and aspects there too. So there's a part of this moon, what is it drawing forward that's really part of your hero's journey? What is it that you truly value? Especially with Uranus being conjunct to the moon, that's the other thing too. Uranus is conjunct with the moon, so there's this even more auspicious type of energy in this, where it's like a great awakening of what you truly value inside of you, and to let go of the things that you find, like these words say, they say stodgy inside of you too. And then coming up, this is towards December time. This is something I guess we could maybe potentially look at and feel good about that's coming up in the future. And just to put a little like thing here, on the 12/21 this December, 21st of December at 6:30, it's a Monday, I'll be doing like an online sound healing with my dear friend Terry. And so we'll be sharing this cosmic alignment for this new Aquarian age. There's an activation and an awakening that's happening for us, so make sure you mark your calendars for that too. So there's this coming up, this conjunction with Jupiter and Saturn, and this is a really interesting piece for us to really look at when what it is that's going to happen, like what's the future, what's going to come through for us, what's the unexpected, because it's moving into Aquarius. This is totally the unexpected. That's what I keep saying. There's something unexpected, something our silly little minds that keep going on and on about all these potential stories and possibilities hasn't even wondered about. So there's something that's unexpected as we move into what seems like really like the activation of the Aquarian age. So let us see what guidance today has for you and has for me. So find your seat and be comfortable. Close your eyes for a moment and see what it is that you feel that you're needing. What is it that you could be gaining from this experience, from this guidance session? And so that we know that these words, as they come out and they're transmitted to you, they're transmitted like language of the light. That on a cellular level, your subtle bodies, your energetic bodies will be receiving the guidance and it will come through as a healing. So this will be a transmission of light for your greatest healing. So amen to that. So at least help you on your path as we move from doorway to doorway, because we can only live in the present moment. So in this moment, may these words find or resonate with you at a deep level, that you may discover a doorway for your personal healing. Let's take a deeper breath in, all the breath out, and settle into yourself. Let us see. There is only light. And now I'm going to show you the card. It actually matches my outfit. It's funny because I had a couple of things I had to do today, and I kept knowing that I had to wear blue in the afternoon. I didn't know why. So I did 2 events, and both of them I was wearing blue, this blue. And it's so strange, it actually matches my top. It says there's only light. In the meditation that we did, this sound yoga nidra / guided experience, sound healing, if you will, was about coming to like the atoms within you. And the card actually, and I have it out here, I'll show you, that I pulled out the deck at the end, was all about this heart frequency. And I'll show you the card. It also has similar colors, which is actually interesting. This blue color that wants to come through here. There's this heart frequency in this image here. There's this showing of the activation of the heart. This is what's getting activated inside of us. This is like the Aquarian heart, the cosmic heart wants to be activated within inside of us. And this actually, over the last week, I've been getting a lot of images with this cross. But this is the first time that I'm actually seeing above the cross, and I'm seeing that there's a light source. And early on this week, there was a meditation that I did which brought awareness to this, almost, maybe it's like your 9th or your 9th chakra, your 8th chakra that's above your head, your soul star chakra. So there's this new symbology that's coming through, and it's also this mind that we carry with us. What's going on in your mind? How can we allow our mind to feel a little bit more clearer so we can come and be in this place of the Sacred Heart? And what's also interesting about this card that I pulled at the end of the Yoga Nidra guided meditation, it says Divine Feminine. On Friday, I'll be presenting with some dear friends this Divine Feminine Essence experience. It's for free. If you want to join us, just let me know. Just put a comment below or send me a direct message. But this Divine Feminine rising, this Eris in Mars, there's this discord that she's bringing because she wants to rise through. Us coming back from that head place back into the heart center. This is this 2020, at least what guidance has shared with me is 2020 is about falling more in love with ourselves, more in love in a way. And when I say ourselves, like from a compassionate, true loving space, knowing your divine self. And this is what I really think. It's like the divine human is being activated. It's activated through our heart center, through the power of our mind too, choosing our vibration. When I was reading this card, and I'll post the reading of this card after this as well, so you can listen to it. But there's this activation. We're moving through interdimensional. People keep asking me about 3D, 5D. A couple of people have asked me this, so it seems like there's something is happening in the field, especially at this time of this full moon where we're having the thinning of the veils. It's a really interesting time. And again, that's 12/21 event that I'll be doing, Cosmic Alignment. This is where Jupiter and Saturn move to like 0 degrees Aquarius. So there's something massive changing. And actually, I'll show you this card that I pulled just before I did the Yoga Nidra. I always try to pull a card before. Not that I really look at it. I just see it, I look at it, and wonder how it fits into the greater scheme of it. And it says remembrance, and there's 11 here, so it's a doorway. And the solstice, it's like the winter solstice is like the longest night or the darkest day, if you will. But it's a celebration of the coming of the sun, this light frequency that's around us. And so even this card that I pulled at the beginning, this one shows above, this one's showing like a different frequency from the cards that I've been seeing lately. So there's this, actually it's interesting too, because I'm just remembering this from the meditation. I kept seeing this bubble of breath around everybody. And this is exactly, it's almost like the thing that I saw around each person. It feels like humanity is going through this great healing. This color is here too, which is also interesting as well. There's a potential inside of us that says, there is only light. What's the frequency that you want to hold? I think this is an invitation to come back to like a whole part of our being. This is this card here, a whole part of our being, remembering who we are. We're moving through these doorways. We're coming back into spirit. And this is what's also interesting. I just saw this and I shuffled this deck and pulled this card out separately for a different reading. And it's 30 and 31, so there's a sequence. And there's been a lot of like 19s, 29s, 39s, like ending of a cycle. So this is like a beginning of a cycle, and actually telling us that through the practice of connecting to our heart center, the divine feminine within us, the great mother within us, we start to move on towards the next thing. Maybe this is also an invitation for like what's coming to us in 21, even though it says 31 on here, it feels like there's a drawing towards something that is rising. Again, this divine feminine that wishes to come through. I know I keep saying that, but that's a channeling. And there's this piece like this, our minds have to change, and it's also what I'm perceiving here too, is there's a connection to our ancient civilizations. I just saw an image of like, and I'm checking the card to see if it wasn't something that I saw in the card, but it wasn't. It was like almost like little Egyptian hieroglyphics, like the walls, like a candlelight, and seeing like a flash of a wall. So there's maybe ancient teachings that are also here for us in this, that we can maybe tap into, not like try and find or Google, like tap into it. Try that instead of Googling. Let's see if we can tap into a higher source, a source that is guiding us, which is this above us. Yeah, and we suspended in space where there's a healing going on too, on a physical level, a mental, emotional level. Like the whole of humanity, in fact, is like, it's almost like we're being put into these pods. They want us to go into these pods, and it's like, you know, we need to like reset humanity a little, and we're going to put each of these into these beautiful little pods, and just like, you know, everything that's flowing through us, it's like, it almost gives us like a charge of energy that like, it's like a shock wave coming through. I don't know if that's what that is. So maybe something is just something that wants to come through. So I'm not sure exactly what that is. But anyway, we'll see. So hopefully any of that made sense to you. To me, some of it makes sense. Some of it I just like, well, let us see. But I always feel like this is guidance. I can feel when the channeling wants to come through, and it's this effortless flow, and I just allow it to flow, and so it speaks to you. So from my heart to your heart, may you always be blessed. Namaste. And again, this is Belinda Pearl. You can always find me at belindapearl.com. Wherever you're watching this, subscribe and say hello. If you have a question about this video, you can leave a comment below, and I look forward to seeing you all again soon. Namaste.